Morning, class 4. How are you guys doing? Hope you enjoyed your pujas, your Chhat puja, and everything. God has blessed you with all knowledge and blessings, and you are good taking care of yourselves. And it's very cold. I dread the cold of Bihar. Actually, last time it was very cold. This time also it's very cold. Anyways, so take care of yourselves. Be warm and don't get sick or anything. So let's begin with English again. So we are on your course book, and that's page 137, the table and the chair. Okay, so I'm going to see what's there in this poem, the table and the chair. 137. This poem is written by Edward Lear. Okay, so 1812 to 1888, was an English artist, illustrator, musician, poet, and the author known for making nonsense poetry and limericks popular. Lear travelled a lot and produced huge watercolor paintings on these journeys. He continued to paint seriously all his life. He also played the piano, the flute, and the guitar. In fact, he even composed music for many of his nonsense verse, including The Owl and the Pussycat, although only two of them survived. So let's see what we are going to. He used to write about funny things, and he used to think about things and make them into a character and make them alive and write about them. So foolish type of poems, funny type of foolish type of poems he used to write. Nonsense poetry, which had no sense, So we are going to read about this table and chair which is there. The table and the chair. A table and a chair decide to walk but soon end up losing their way. Now he's put life into the table and chair. They are dead things, they're non-living things, right? So set the table to the chair. You can hardly be aware how I suffer from the heat and from chilblains on my feet. If we took a little walk, we might have a little talk. Pray let us take the air, set the table to the chair. Rhyming is there. A lot of rhyming is there in his poems. Here the table is telling the chair, do you have any knowledge how I suffer from the heat? The sun falls on me, the light falls on me, I am so painful. Chilblains. A painful itching swelling on the hand or foot happens when the skin is exposed to cold. The table chair feet, how they swell up, how they crack sometimes due to the cold. They're always touching the floor, the ground. If we took a little walk, we might have a little talk. Pray let us take the air, set the table to the chair. Meaning standing here quietly, I'm always kept here and the sun heat is always there onto me. It's so hot and my legs are becoming cold. It gets chapped, in winter. Doesn't it get whitish when you don't put oil and all? It gets crack on your heels like that, he's saying. Why don't we take a little walk so that we can have a little talk, we can chat. Set the table to the chair. Now the chair is telling the table, set the chair onto the table. Now you know we are not able. How foolish you talk. When you know we cannot walk. Set the table with a sigh. It can do no harm to try. I have many legs. I have as many legs as you. Why can't we walk on two? Nice funny one. The chair is telling the table that you know that we are not able to walk. That we are not able. Able here means we don't know. You know that we are not supposed to walk. We don't know to walk. We are not living things. How foolish you talk when you know that we cannot walk. Then set the table with his eye. Oh, what are you saying all this? We can at least no harm in trying. This is everything the first time in life. Let's give it a try. I have also four legs, you have also four legs. Let's walk in twos. Why can't we walk on two? That means why can't we walk like human beings? Let's walk like people on two legs. You know. Then he comes to this place. So they both went slowly down and walked about the town. With a cheerful bumpy sound as they toddled round and round, and everybody cried as they hastened to their side, "See, the table and the chair have come out to take the air." Now they went out. They slowly both went out, walking on their four legs only. Suppose a table and chair is walking. How odd it will look. The squirrels, the rats, all the animals, the birds, they are seeing him and they are very cheerful. They are walking about the town with a cheerful bumpy sound. Tuck, 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 tuck. A wooden chair is walking, so it's going to make a noise. As they toddle round and round, walking casually. Going this side, that side, walking as they want to do. And everybody cried as they hastened to their side, moving hurriedly. Who were moving with them, they were running away from them. Suddenly they see a table and a chair walking. "See, the table and the chair have come out to take the air." They have also come out to take fresh air today, walk, morning walk. But going down an alley to a castle in a valley, they completely lost their way and wandered all day. Till to see them safely back, they paid a ducky quack and a beetle and a mouse who took them to their house. Now, but going down an alley, alley is a path between big buildings, alley, gully type of things, which they went inside. To a castle in a valley. Inside an alley, it's in castle areas, where you have tall buildings, and you have the pathways between them, the roads between them are called the alleys. So they went and got lost. Now what will they do? And they are wandering all day how to come back home. Till to see them safely back, they paid a ducky quack. And a beetle and a mouse who took them to their house. A beetle and a mouse and a duck who helped them to come back to their house. Then they whispered to each other, "Oh, delightful little brother, what a lovely walk we have taken. Let us dine on beans and bacon." So the ducky and the little is very tiny, the beetle, brown mousy and the beetle, dined and danced upon their heads till they toddled to their beds. Now the duck and the beetle, the little is the beetle, little beetle is the very tiny beetle, the insect. They whispered to each other, "Oh, delightful little brother, what a lovely walk we have taken." Oh, come on, the table chair is saying, "Oh, we had a lovely walk today. Let us dine on beans and bacon." Beans are lentils and bacon is meat, part of meat and fat, So the duck and the beetle, so the ducky and the little, brown mousy and the beetle, they sat on the table and danced on their heads till they toddled to their beds. They went and after that slept. So this is the story of this foolishly typewritten, nonsense poetry. But it's very nice, good for children. You will learn how to read and understand it. So read it properly once again, learn it by heart, learn the word meanings, write them down and do it for your homework. Okay? So I'll come back in the next video, and that we have here is you are going to do the comprehension skills. Okay, that is your job, and rest we'll see when we get to meet. I'll see what we can do. So now we'll come to unit 12, the Rat's Feast. So we'll come back. It's adapted from the Rat's Feast by Rabindranath Tagore. Okay, so we'll see what is all this rats eating about. It's type of a story, a play type of thing which is written. So we'll come back and read that. Okay? So just hold on, I'll be back.